Hey everyone, this is Leisha with Cooking Without Measure. How are you this day on this magnificent day? Um, we had a glorious weekend. It's been like in 70 for 2 days, in the 70s for 2 days, and I've just been loving the weather. It's raining now, so if I sound a little hoarse, it's just because of the change in the weather. You know how this weather is up and down, so it's a change in the weather. However, today, um, well, it all started. I took a nap and then I woke up like I want some salmon croquettes. And most of you know I've gone vegan. So I said, well, what can I do to make salmon croquettes? What can I use to make salmon croquettes? So my bright idea in my head, I said, well, I'm going to use some tofu. And here's my tofu that I'm going to use. And I'm going to basically make it the same way that I make my salmon croquettes from before. I got some onion and celery chopped up. Now, I got this is my egg. This is actually flaxseed meal that I use as an egg substitute now. I have a little bit of flour in this bowl. I got some breadcrumbs. You can use whatever breadcrumbs you want. Mine just happen to be seasoned. It doesn't really matter. Also, I got some vegan mayo, Hellman's. I really like that mayo. And the only seasoning I'm putting in here this time is some Old Bay. But what I am going to try, which is a little different, because I've been looking for, like, being vegan, you try to find different snacks that you can eat. And it's a lot of, they call it accidental or unintentional vegan snacks, like Oreos and stuff like that. However, I've been trying to find healthier snacks instead of just eating potato chips because I love potato chips. So I found this roasted seaweed snack. I'm not gonna kid you. Am I like thrilled about them? No, but can I eat it? Yeah. This is with sea salt. It smells really, 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 really fishy. So, and you know that salmon is fish. So in my head, I said, well, I can put a little bit of that in here and make it taste a little fishy. And I pray that I don't make it too fishy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna crumble up this tofu. Now with the tofu, I just wanna say, drain it. Cause if you know or don't know, tofu is packed in water. So you don't want it to be super, super wet. So I drained it and then I squeezed it to get some of the water out of it. You don't want it too dry, but you don't want it to be overly moisture. So I'm gonna add my onion and green pepper. And I don't know if you can see this, and I don't want to touch my camera right now because I got all this stuff in my hands right now. So I'm gonna add the onion and green pepper. Now I'm gonna add some of the I'm gonna add some. Oh no, let's see. I'm gonna do the breadcrumbs first. I'll add a little bit of breadcrumbs. Like I said, this is all in my mind. I have no idea what it's gonna look like, come out, but we're gonna try it. Cause what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pan fry it, get it a little brown, and then I'm going to put it in the oven for about 10 minutes on like 375. So I'm adding some Old Bay right now. And I'm going to mix it up a little bit more. Like I said, I have no idea how this is going to come together. I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to make a patty. But we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out because this is what I had in my head. And this is what we're going to do. I'm going to add a little vegan mayo. And most of the time, like I tell you, I usually look online and get recipes. And just look at them and see what they're doing or how they're doing it. And then I just make the recipe my own. But today, this is really truly my own recipe. So we're really going to see how it comes out. And you know what? When you cook, you try different recipes. You have something in your head and you just try it. And if it doesn't work the first time, you try it again and see how that works. I'm sorry, with this mayo in here, I'm not about to do this. I'm about to get my spatula, my favorite spatula. I'll be right back. I think this is going to get a little bit messier. So I put the mayo in here, and I put the Old Bay in here, and I got the breadcrumbs. I might put a little bit more breadcrumbs in here. I'm getting ready to put some of this flaxseed egg mixture in here, and a little bit of flour, and then we're gonna put we'll put that seaweed in here. We're gonna see how that works out. I don't know. I really don't know. So, like I said, I don't want to put a whole lot. And these are really thin. It's just really, that's what it looks like. It's really thin, but it's super, it smells like fish. That's all I can say. So I'm just going to crumble it up. I'm not going to let all of it go in here, but I'm just going to crumble up some. We're going to see how it works out. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. So I didn't put all of it in there, but I'm gonna work it in there. Worked in the egg. I'm gonna put the flour in. I might add a little bit more Old Bay and go from there. And then we're gonna pat it out and see what happens. And I'm gonna fry it. Like I said, I'm gonna pan fry it first, and then I'm going to put it in the oven for about 10 minutes to cook all the way through. Because I don't want them to burn, but I do want them to get like a little nice golden, crispy crunch. So, I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is so crazy. But I'm excited because I can smell the seaweed in here. It's not overpowering, but I just don't know. We're going to see what it tastes like. I'm going to put a little bit more Old Bay in here. Like I said, I don't measure anything. That's why this is called Cooking Without Measure. So we're just trying to see how it's going to come out. It kind of got the consistency of the salmon. And now we just got to see if it's going to cook like it. Now this seaweed stuff is not like disintegrating. So it might be that some parts of it might be a little fishier than other parts, only because the seaweed is in here, but it's not like breaking up into these little microscopic pieces. So let me show you what it looks like. Like I said, this is my vegan ideal of salmon croquettes. This is what it looks like. So I'm gonna pat it out and put it on this plate, and then we're gonna go over to the stove. Let me see if it even pat out. Oh wow. I'm not gonna make them real big. I don't want to make them too big. I just want to make some nice sized patties, but so far, this is what it's looking like. Can you see that? So we're gonna see what it tastes like. Might be onto something here. Now with my salmon, I haven't made any sides yet because I couldn't decide which one I wanted. Because sometimes I would make just plain rice, and I wasn't sure. But a lot of times I make grits. I love salmon croquettes and grits, cheese grits. So I haven't decided what I'm gonna fix yet with it, but we're gonna figure that out later. Right now, I just wanted to try this and see what happens, because you don't know until you try it. And like I said, I woke up saying, oh, I want to have a taste for salmon croquettes. So let's see. This might be my new thing right here. And like I said, if you're a cook, I've catered for years, and I like to cook. I really like to cook. I mean, that's something that I just really like to do. And I said, well, hey, you come up with different things. And I think cooking allows your creativity to come through, because you take a recipe and you do it. You do it how you like it. It's all about you. It's your personality. It's all about how you like to fix stuff and the seasonings that you like to use, and that's what it's all about. So the patties are coming out. I'm happy with that. At least they'll stick together and coming out making like nice little patties. So far I got 5 patties out of this one little block of tofu. And it's just extra firm tofu. And once again, make sure you pat it dry some because you don't want it to be too wet. But you want some of the moisture. So let's go over here to the stove and let's see what we gonna do. You know, I still don't have no camera person, so I'm doing the best I can, y'all. Alrighty, so we over here at the stove. I'm getting ready to turn the eye on. What I'm using is regular canola oil. And I want to use olive oil because I know olive oil burns burns really fast. And I'm gonna cook this like on a medium high heat, not high but medium high, just so that they can brown. I want them to brown, and then I want to pop them in the oven and see how that comes out. I don't know, but we're gonna try it and see. That's what this is all about. I had this quote I wanted to read you all, and I'll read it after I get them in the oven. And it's just so me. My girlfriend yesterday, we had a get together at her house with some old friends, and it was really nice to see people that you haven't seen in a while. So we went over there, and everybody got this little. She always gives somebody like a takeaway when you leave from there. She always gives you something. So she gave us like little lotions and a compact mirror, and then each one of us had a different quote, and the quotes seemed like they just fit one another. So I mean fit each person. And when I got the quote, I was like, wow, this is really nice. It does speak to me. And I said I'm gonna put it up on my wall in my bedroom, because in my bedroom I have one wall where I put different quotes and little different scriptures and stuff on the wall, and I read them. I mean literally read them. Like every day I get up and it might be one that just sticks out, and that's what I read. And this particular quote just really touched me. So we're gonna I'm gonna read that to you in just a minute. Let this grease get a little hot. I want it hot enough so that when I put it in here, it's like ready to go and start browning. I don't want it to be sitting in the grease, so I'm just letting it heat up a few more minutes. So how was everybody's weekend? I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed mine. So it was kind of busy weekend, but it was a good weekend. So I'm not complaining. Just so grateful that finally to see the weather changing and seeing everybody outside. You know, when the weather changes, you start seeing people outside. You see them in there. I saw people in their yards and everything, and I'm getting excited because I need to get out in the yard and start getting ready to do a garden. So soon I'll be doing a garden. All right, I think this is hot enough. So we're gonna try this out. They look like salmon croquettes. I don't know what they're gonna taste like, but they look like a salmon croquette. My version. So I got 5 out of that particular block. Now the tofu that I get it from Kroger. It's just a Simple Truth tofu, and I just buy that. And the reason why I buy it because it has the twin pack, so I only have to use half of it. Because a lot of times I don't use the whole thing, and I was like, how do you preserve it if you don't use the whole thing? And then it's like put it in water, then you gotta change the water every day, and I was like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. Because I forget to change the water every single day. Now, they're cooking really nice. We're just gonna see how they come out. Then I'm gonna pop them in the oven and we're gonna go from there and see what happens with them. And I was sharing with somebody today, and they was asking me how's everything going with the vegan journey, and I said it's going pretty good because I love colors and cooking with all these different vegetables and stuff. And not to say I've never cooked with them, but I'm cooking with them, looking at it differently, I guess, and knowing that I can roast it, I can saute, I can fry. You know, it's just certain things that you can do with vegetables. So that you can't just do with meat all the time, because meat you got to cook at a certain temperature. And you just got to go for it. I'm gonna show you what they look like. Don't mind me. Just let me show you. That's what they. Can I get a picture? Let me tell you something. Trying to work this camera. There we go. A little bit. You know what? I'm doing the best I can, folks. I'm doing the best I can. I'm telling you. I'm challenged when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I'll show you. You know what? Let me show you this way. I haven't flipped them yet, but this is what they're looking like so far as they're cooking. I don't know. We'll see. I just want them to get a little brown. And as they're, once they get brown on both sides, I'm going to pop them in the oven so they can finish cooking. I'm going to let it get a little browner. They're holding up. I'm glad about that. They're holding up and not falling apart, y'all. That's a good thing. Because like I said, this was in my head. I was like sitting there like, how can I do this? I don't even know what I have to do it. You got to use what you have. You got to work from your inventory. I think that was the best piece of advice that my girlfriend ever gave me. Work from your inventory. It'll work itself out. And like I said, if it's something else that I need to try it with a different way, try it with something else, I'll do that later. But right now, I'm using what I have. And that's what's so important. Like I said, one of the things I can't stress enough, make the recipe your own. Make it your own. Add your own style, your personality, your own seasonings. Just because it says you have to use a seasoning, if you don't like it, don't use it. Because if you don't like it, you're not going to eat it. So use what you like. That's what I learned. I'm learning to appreciate other seasonings that I never appreciated before. One of them is thyme, because you couldn't pay me to use thyme. Now I find that I use thyme in my recipes a little bit more. Oh goodness, oh my gosh, I can't wait to show you what it looked like. Oh my, I am so excited. I am so excited. Y'all, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Then wait a minute. Let me flip this last one. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. Look at there. Don't they look like salmon croquettes? In my mind, this is what's in my mind. I had a vision. This is what it looked like. I kid you not. I say, oh my goodness. Now we're just gonna pray that as they finish cooking, and once I get them in the oven, that everything will be all right. Oh, I'm so excited. This is exciting to me. When you see a recipe that you have in your head, and you start seeing it, it's like it's coming to life, it's working itself out. You get kind of excited because you don't know what it's going to taste like. You don't really know what it's going to look like. You know the vision that you have in your mind, but is it really going to look like that when you try it? Because sometimes it may not come together the way you want it to, and it's just different things. But this right here, it's coming together pretty much like I had in my head. But once again, I gotta still taste it. That is going to be key right there. Now, what I do with my salmon croquettes, once they're done, because I didn't cook with salt, I will sprinkle a little salt on one side, just on one side, and I did this with my other salmon croquettes. And I will just sprinkle it on one side, and I'm gonna sprinkle it on one side, stick it in the oven, and we're gonna see how it comes out. But they are brown. They have browned up really, really, really nice. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. And if this come out, I might have done something. And I would try. And like I said, I don't write anything down. I kind of cook from. I don't even know how to tell you how to cook. I just cook. I just cook how I feel. If I feel it, I cook it. If it looks right, tastes right, that's what it is. And sometimes that one almost fell apart. I try to make the recipes the same every time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm gonna let them get a little more brown, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven, and we just gonna go from there. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But anyway, let me get this quote, and I'll read it to you while those are still cooking. And this is the quote that I got, and like I say, everyone got different quotes. It says, "Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness." And this is a quote from Oprah Winfrey. And I was just like, this quote just like hit me. And I said, you know what? You can't be afraid to fail, because you gotta try. If you never try to do anything or step out there and do anything, how would you know you would even succeed at it? And if you fail, try it a different way. Keep trying. Keep working at it and see, because you never ever know. That next time when you try, it might be the time, it might be the right time, you know, so you never know. So I got one out. Like I said, I'm waiting for the other ones. I'm getting ready to sprinkle a little salt on it. I'm trying not to break them up, because this is tofu. It's not like it's salmon, but I did put the breadcrumbs in there, so we're gonna see how it works out. And I don't want to keep turning them too much. And like this one acting like it's gonna fall apart, and I want to get it. Oh, it did fall apart. That's okay. Life is not perfect. Everything is not perfect, but it's gonna be all right. Fell apart, but we're gonna keep it moving. And that's another thing. Don't be so hard on yourself. Perfection, we'll never have it here. Perfection is not going to be here while we're on earth. Okay? But all we can do, ouch, that's hot. All we can do is strive for perfection. That's all we can do. You know, nothing is going to be perfect on this earth. But you just keep trying and just do your best. So I'm going to sprinkle a little kosher salt on top. Not a whole lot. But like I said, this is something I used to do when I made my regular salmon croquettes. So now we just making salmon croquettes from tofu. I wish I had a different spatula. I would get all the utensils that I really, really want. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I'm going to show you what they look like before I put them in the oven. They're so pretty. Thank you, Leisha, for thinking of us. You know, you always find a way. Always find a way. So I got them out the pan. I'm getting ready to stick them in the oven. I'm sprinkling a little kosher salt. I have a little kosher salt left. Sprinkle a little kosher salt. So let me show you what they look like before I put them in the oven. This is what they look like. Don't they look good? In my mind, they're going to taste just as good as they look, okay? So I'm going to put them in the oven for maybe about 10 minutes, maybe not even that long. Just long enough so they can finish cooking in the middle. Like I said, I just really wanted to get them brown. So I gotta figure out what side I'm gonna use with them because, like I told you before, I usually like to put rice or grits with them, and this time maybe I'll just do a salad because I just really wanted to try it. That's all I want to do is try it. Just excited about trying different things, and like I said, cooking vegan has been like a wonderful experience for me because I just like trying different things. Like I said before, I thought I would never ever ever like thyme. I just like, oh, this stuff is so overpowering, and it can be if you put too much in your dishes. But if you just add a little flavor. So I'm experimenting with different seasonings. I'm experimenting with my seasonings. I'm getting ready to do another seasoning that I'm putting together outside of the ones I already have. So I'm getting ready to do another one. I don't know how soon I'm going to sell it, but it was because of some health issues someone is having. I'm creating a seasoning that would not affect or irritate the current health issue. So I'm working on that now. So I'll be doing that tonight. I'll be finishing up tonight. And I did let some people taste my seasonings yesterday when I was at my girlfriend's, and because I used the chickpeas and made like the tuna, and I put put the seasoning salt in there along with some black salt. I'm telling you, that black salt is awesome. That black salt, I did get that from this. It's called Pure Indian Foods. That's where I got it from. This is the black salt that I got. It's really really good. When you want to use it to have like an egg flavor in your foods, get that. It does make it taste like eggs. It's amazing. I tried it in my tofu scrambles, and I tried it in that chickpea tuna. It was really really good. So if you get a chance, get some. I haven't seen it in the store. It's possibly that you can buy it in the stores, but I ordered that from Pure Indian. I think it's Pure Indian Foods. So they have all these Indian spices. So I did get it from them. What else? But this journey has been totally exciting. Learning and seeing different ways to prepare foods. To take what stuff I never thought I would use and use it, and especially with the vegetables, cooking with I love asparagus and Brussels sprouts and stuff like that, but learning how to combine them with different things, and salads. Now I always like salads because I always try to eat a green with my meal, so I always like salads, but now doing just more like the chopped salads with the kale and everything, the more like Mediterranean blend salads, and adding different fruits to it. I added some pears to one time. I've added apples, but I never really added pears. Added pears to it, mangoes, just trying so many different things, different textures, different colors, different flavors put together. So it's amazing what you can do, and I'm excited. I'm not gonna say, listen, I'm not gonna say I hate meat, because I was eating meat, and there were some pieces of meat that I love. It's just that now where I'm at in my life, I knew that there was going to have to be some changes in my life, health wise, eating better for my health, especially if I plan to live longer, and just some new. Like I said, I watched some documentaries. If you ever want to know which ones I watched, I probably said it before. You can put a comment down there, and I'll let you know the ones that I watch. Or I might just put them in the comments that I watch. But I watched some different documentaries, and really, I told you, and you may have heard this before, What Did Health is the one that really changed me in the beginning, because I was going to just be vegetarian. I was like, okay, I can be vegetarian. I can still deal with the cheese and the dairy and all that. Well, not milk, but the cheese and the eggs and butter and stuff. But I said, after I watched What the Health, vegetarian, but then there was some other documentaries after I saw them that I was like, okay, I'm gonna step away from the cheese, I'm gonna step away from the eggs, I'm gonna step away from all that and see. And I haven't really had any type of egg substitute. The only thing I use right now is like the tofu scrambles, and I put all kind of vegetables in there. I mean, you could put, the last one that I made it with onions, and both onions, red and yellow, I mean red and white onion. I put portobello mushrooms in there. I put spinach in there. I put roasted red peppers in there, garlic. I mean, it's so many different combinations that you can use. And with fruits and vegetables, you can eat them raw. You don't even have to cook them. I mean, there's so many ways you can cook them. You can steam them, saute them, roast them. You can grill them. There's so many different ways you can cook the vegetables. And the same thing with the meats, but the only thing different, you can't eat the meat raw. I mean, well, if you choose to, you can, but I wouldn't recommend eating some meats raw. But eating them raw. You can eat them raw. You can eat them at any time, and you don't have to worry about, like, sometimes if I find myself eating too late at night and I eat something like a piece of fruit or something, it's not as heavy. I remember one time I ate, no, and I didn't even eat this real late. It wasn't late in the day because I was eating before 6 o'clock. I ate a steak, and my goodness, when I went to bed that night and woke up the next day, I still felt full. Never ever liked that feeling, so I stopped eating steak. I did not like feeling like my food was still sitting in my stomach, and I'm just like, I couldn't deal with that. So now this way of eating, and even introducing to my friends, because yesterday my girlfriend, she was so gracious. She got some vegan meatballs, and they were so good. She got them from Trader Joe's. They were so good. I'm gonna learn how to make them myself, but those were so good, and people were eating them. Really didn't. So it was like, wow, I wouldn't even really have known if you hadn't said anything. I made the vegetable fried rice. Then we had the cauliflower, tempura cauliflower, with this sauce on it. It was kind of spicy. It was like a sweet, spicy sauce on it. And then we had other salads and stuff and other things that people can eat that, that who weren't vegetarians could eat, but everybody seemed to enjoy it. And it was just amazing. Oh, and I did the chickpea tuna, and they really ate that. My girlfriend was like, oh, I gotta hurry and put me some up so she could have some for the next day. And she was like, this is really, really good. And it was just awesome to see all the different fruit. Oh, we have fruit. We had plenty of fruit. We had strawberries and pineapples and grapes and stuff. So I was in my zone, and I was in there doing what I do, and I really enjoyed the conversation, the sisterhood. Enjoyed the whole thing. The whole thing was just wonderful. So we plan to do it again, and another thing is it's just nice to have a group of women come together. Very inspiring, very powerful women coming together. Now I put them in the oven. I'm gonna take it out because I just want to give it a taste. I'm gonna taste the one that